What is up, YouTube? Mario here. Episode 24 of Vinland Saga Home. I just finished watching episode 23. I don't know if I have any more tears, but I imagine that I'm gonna be experiencing some more tears. Last episode was freaking amazing from beginning to end. Dialogue, conversation with Canute, to the results of that, to Thorfinn saying his goodbye to the team, to the farm, closing that chapter to open a new one, to living with Leif and going to Vinland. Or at the very least creating something like Vinland. I just think last episode, 10 out of 10 perfection, in pain the whole way through, but some of it was happy pain, some of it was like the dialogue. And I don't think I touched on this last episode, but the growth that both Canute and Thorfinn displayed was in full effect last episode, and I think that was what's really super heartwarming for me. I think Aslat had a lot of influence in both of these young men, and we get to see the pinnacle of those results in the last episode. I think their growth needed to coincide between one another. Not so much Thorfinn, but Canute needed Thorfinn to understand that his way was not the way. And it gave Canute perspective in that, and that's how he rose to power the correct way, or at the very least, what seemed to be the correct way. But Thorfinn in his surroundings, and more so with Einar, found enlightenment. I think in the beginning of the series, there was at one point where when Einar got there, he was surprised that he was called friend. And in the last episode, we get to see each other called, Thorfinn calls him brother. And I just think that this series does this very well with the full circle moments. Last episode, they touched on that so sick. Like, when they finished everything, they had that conversation with one another, and Thorfinn was like, they were getting ready to set out. And I think Einar tells him, like, you ready to look for Vinland? And he's like, I am, brother, are you? And like, it's something along those lines. Definitely paraphrasing, my memory's pretty bad, but the fact that at one point he had no friends, Thorfinn had no friends, Einar brushes the idea of friends. He's surprised, caught off guard, but they become friends, and now they're brothers in arms, and they've gone through so much, bro. And like, seeing them come up has been such an incredible experience. And especially Canute, I think Aslat is like the spiritual father that these two needed, even though Thorfinn had Thor's. I just felt like Aslat's influence on these two is very, very substantial in an unorthodox way, but a positive one at that. And I just think it speaks volumes to Aslat's character. Aslat's character is one of my favorite ones in the series, and his influence really is depicted in the last episode. I'm yapping, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this. I can talk Vinland Saga all day, bro. This is my shit. I love this. But I want to get to the reaction. So let's go ahead and jump into Vinland Saga episode 24, Home. I'm gonna react to this because I really want to see this. Bro. Oh, bro. Of course, I'm getting emotional on the intro, bro. Finally seen that? Fuck. Well, I'm glad I waited. Is he finally gonna see his family, bro? I'm gonna be a fucking wreck. 6 years old is so young. He doesn't even know how old he is. Oh, bro, we're getting the reunion. Let's go. Bro.
ようやく里帰りだ。
Fuck. This has been a long time coming.
よーしいいぞ。
Gone as a son, a kid, returned as a man.
ドルフィン。誰？全然知らん。じゃあ俺の名前を言ってみな。え？
How's he supposed to
こ
know?
こに住んでたならわかるはずだ。
いや、だから仕方ないじゃんか。年月経ってるし。
Yeah, bro, give him a break.
すまねえ、やらば。
She's still wearing that same headpiece.
やっと連れ帰ったぞ。ドルフィンだ。
Wow. She's grown so much too.
トルフィン。
She's gonna punch
姉
it.
上。
Oh my god.
なんてやつは知らん。弟はチビの頃に死んだよ。
それが生きてたんだよ。前にヨークで会った話はしただろう。
What?
おいこらチビこら、レフさんたぶらかしてどういう魂胆だ。
違う違う。
God damn, bro.
自分が自分だと証明するのって意外と難しいもんだよ。
My god. He's taking this hard. I mean, to be fair, it's been a long time.
姉上や母上の顔を忘れかけてた。
トルフィン。
おふろ。何を。てめえこれ以上ややこしくすんな。
This fucking guy, bro. Probably because he looks like his dad.
トルフィン。
母上。
こんなに大きくなって。そっくり。やっぱり親子なのね。
すみませんでした。
おかえり、トルフィン。
He kept his oath, man. Leaf can rest. So this was like all we've been waiting for the whole season, bro. Just like old times.
ドルフィンが帰ってきたって。
Is it this guy from the season 1?
トルフィン。
No shot. He married her.
ドルフィン、すまなかった。俺たちのせいでトールズさんを。あれ、俺がバカだったんだ。
We're getting so much closure.
あら、どこ行くのエイナルさん。
ああ、今夜はこれでおいとまします。
Where's he
レイさん
going?
たちが5時の家に泊まってるんで。
トルフィンの兄弟なら、あなたは私の息子よ。
I love
こ
that.
こはあなたの家。遠慮はいらないわ。ああ、さっきの家にまで上り込みやがって。
お邪魔してます。
No shot, bro.
ルルが待って、本物のトルフィン。
She's in such disbelief.
姉上。
トルフィン。
No. No.
今までどこをつける人たちはこの野郎。
You can't catch a fucking break, bro. This is the reunion we've been waiting for, bro.
大丈夫だ。俺は殴られ。
Hey, that's facts. If he can take 100, he'll be fine.
一発かよ。
Ma's so strong.
やっぱり母ちゃん最強だ。
That's so funny. Can't believe we're here, bro. It's incredible.
トルフィンはこれまでの16年間に経験したことを家族に語って聞かせた。トールズの死からケティルの農場を断つまでの経験を
So much has happened.
要所のみをかいつまんで話したが、その憎悪と闘争、死と破壊、絶望と後悔、悲しみと再生の歴史は聞く者を絶句させた。
俺の罪は重い。行かなきゃならない。平和の国を築くためにヴィンランドへ。
私とトールズも戦士の国ヨムスボルグから逃れ
She
この
understands.
島へ来ました。
Out of everybody, she would know.
そのために生きなさい。トールズの子トルフィン。
ありがとう、母上。
だが人員に家畜、資材、船も買い足さにはならんぞ。
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Not impossible. And he's gonna help.
わしの助けがな
Let's
ければな。
fucking go, bro.
ありがとう、おっちゃん。
まだまだお前はわしが分かっとらん。
Oh, dude, that room, bro. The same room from the beginning where he was told, no enemies, bro. He has no enemies.
姉上。ごめん。父上は本当にすごい人だった。強くて優しくてずっと先を見ていた。
Yeah.
変わり者だったね。
A strange man, okay. I love that. I can't.
誰の墓なんだ？
昔父上が守ろうとした人だ。
Oh
ある日の
shit.
元から逃げてきて生き倒れていたところを
That's
父
right.
上が助けたんだ。羊8頭と交換したらしい。
羊8頭と。お前のお人よしは親父譲りだな。
Yep. That's true.
先戻ってるぜ、トルフィン。
ねえ、ここからも逃げたい人はどこに行くの？
もう分かってるんだろう。
Wow. He cut his hair.
Somewhere in the distance.
Well, that was Vinland Saga episode 24, Home. This whole series, perfect. I want to say it touched upon this last episode, but I said that there was a lot of full circle moments. In last episode, this one was completely full circle. incredible. Full circle moment with him visiting the grave and that talking about that slave. There's a few things in here that were just amazing. But the one that just that scene of him being there and that where the slave was, and then getting that little flashback of him being a kid and then his father being there, bro, that shit fucking broke me. And then another full circle moment is when Thor's answers and he says, like, he answers young Thorfinn's question. And then we get to see them break into the scene of where Vinland is. Dude, season 1, episode 1, we get to see the same thing where Thor's is daydreaming about Vinland. And I still remember this vividly because season 1, episode 1, I remember him yelling out, Helga! I don't know why it's engraved, but it starts off with this scene and it ends close to like episode 24 of season 2. Like it's season 1, episode 1, season 2, episode 24. It's incredible. Like this writing is amazing. So good. And then the parallels with Thorfinn's goal to establish this new society in Finland to what Thor's was doing from the beginning when he had his family, and they're trying to do the same thing, right? Like it's the parallels have always been there, and I think the conversation that Thorfinn had with his sister and how they were talking about that he was a strange man, but that he was I think Thorfinn says that he was wise, but I couldn't see, something like that. It's crazy because the parallels between them two is almost exactly the same now. Which speaks volumes. Like, I love that the determination that Thorfinn has to establish this new society far away from war is something that Thor's dreamed of doing. And throughout the journey of Thorfinn going through season 1, through all that war and destruction, to season 2, where he is looking to be reborn, is telling of an incredible story, and that he has this desire to fulfill what he wants to do. And it's something that Thor's was chasing the whole time. It's amazing, and that's what I also mean by full circle moment. Like, you know, his father was doing that, and Thorfinn is trying to complete that. It's just insane. I love that Leif is going to be on that journey with him. I love that the whole interactions between his sister and him was like playful and like fighting. That's something siblings do, so it's like, it's ironic. And I figured that his mom would be the one to recognize him, because there's something about a mother's touch with their kids, with especially like their siblings, like they just know. And the flashback that, or not even the flashback, but the resemblance that she says that he looks just like his father, and then it shows an image of him, is insane work, bro. That shit fucking hurt in a good way. This is what I mean by like these characters have lasting impacts. I remember season 1, episode 4. I was crying because Thor's died, right? And any instance of his flashbacks or something that refers to him, especially with Aslat 2, it's like dagger in the heart, bro. And that one was like a good dagger, because it's the mom reminiscing of her husband and her son that looks like her husband. It's incredible. I like these parallels between them too, and I just think that these are some of the impacts that these characters have had from the beginning of season 1, influencing season 2. It's just incredible. I like the callbacks. I like that they were how him and the sister were in the room where his father and Thorfinn were talking about the enemies and the dagger. That was really cool. I liked how they were in the room, like around the campfire. I liked how the mom was accepting of Einar, that like, your family too. If he considers you your brother, your family. Like, that was amazing. I'm glad that the mom's doing well. Like, she is not, like, she was sick in season 1 and now she's in perfect health that we know of, right? I love that moment. I also like the moment where Thorfinn is walking around and he sees the kids playing around, and that's something that was in season 1 too. Like, he was the kid playing around. That was a good callback. Also, the brief touch up of him telling the story, kind of like how when he was a kid, Leif was telling the story of him traveling. But we have Thorfinn explaining and telling them how it went with him and how 16 years have passed and everything that's been happening to him. And I liked how the first person to say something was his mom and was like, you should do it. Again, a mother's touch, a mother's support goes a long way. And I think this was very telling of that too. But more so because that's what they were trying to do, her and Thor's. They were doing the same thing and they ended up in Iceland, but there is no greater support or one of the best support systems out there than family, right? I think the support and belief in a mother to a son is up there, I'd argue. And I think that her saying that and then establishing it with, like, we were doing it too, further supports Thorfinn's claim of like wanting to do that. It's like, I think that further motivated him to seek out this place. And I'm glad that he has a support system after telling a story from Leif and the people there. And then him leaving with his haircut. I also want to know who this person was. We were getting the flashbacks of people getting ready, but there is this one person with blonde hair getting ready too that we do not know who that is. Maybe it's a future character. I don't know. There's going to be a season 3 of Vinland Saga, but it's been a minute. This was last released in 2023 and we have not heard anything, so I probably have to read the manga. But it's such an incredible journey. I'm so excited. I wonder who that blonde person is, but I guess we'll find out. And yeah, I just think that that scene of Thorfinn is a scene of rebirth. And what an amazing story. What great storytelling. And I wonder how it continues, how the story continues. But in terms of like the anime, this was such an incredible journey. Everybody that's watched with me, I can't thank all of y'all enough. Like, from the comments to the conversations that we've had to crying for the same episode, like, thank you all. Like, honestly, you guys have made this journey an incredible journey, and one I probably will never forget, because this is a transformative anime, I would argue. Like, anybody and everybody should see this. And I'm glad I captured it and am sharing it. An incredible journey indeed. I'm happy to have shared it with y'all. So thank you guys. What did you guys think? Let me know what your thoughts. How was the reaction? Was it the same as you guys? Did you guys feel the same thing? Is there anything I missed? There was a lot of nuggets here that I touched upon, but I'm sure there's some stuff that I missed. But please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and just kind of celebrate the ending of this series. I probably will savor this a minute and recover for the rest of the day, but I love every single minute of this. But yeah, this was a long one, a long reaction, but thank you guys for watching. You guys mean the world. As always, we'll see you on the next reaction. Love y'all. Take care. Bye.